Red light flashing. Stand by for a start. They're ready. And they're racing this time. And bouncing out well was Famoy, and also showing speed, the Playwright. The Playwright's breaking out of the pack to take up the running from Gallo Nero. It's sliding across to be second. Behind those was Bombay Boom. The inside Bryant, followed by Famoy, looking to try and slot in midfield. Then came Buckeye. Icarian Dream was next on the outside, being followed further back by Queen of Clubs, and It Is Spectacular is the last one. They're approaching the home turn. 550 metres to go. And Gallo Nero up on the outside of the Playwright. They come to the bend together, leading from Bombay Boom, who's about to ease around heels. Then Famoy as they enter the home straight here. The Playwright, Gallo Nero together. Gallo Nero trying to get on terms with the Playwright. Bombay Boom's run his race. Famoy's down the outside and chiming in. Back behind them, Icarian Dream. 150 to go. The Playwright. Gallo Nero can't get past it for the moment. And Icarian Dream's getting a narrow run. Famoy's wider. The Playwright, Icarian Dream, Famoy. The Playwright. The Playwright fights and wins it narrowly from Icarian Dream. Famoy. Gallo Nero just peaked on his run at the 100 metres. It Is Spectacular behind those from Buckeye, Bombay Boom, Queen of Clubs, and toward the end was Bryant.
Gay and Adrian with the Playwright winning the opener here today. A 2-year-old filly by Written By. Only a cheapie. 60,000 at the Magic Millions. Regan Bayliss in the saddle holds on to beat Icarian Dream, who's going to be runner-up here today with Tim Clark on the saddle for Kieran Maher, and that's Famoy out wide on the track. It's probably a head and neck when they hit the line. Famoy by Zeus Star, Karen McAvoy, Chris Waller.
Well, probably the least impressive trial winner of the lot, but this stable, they just get them so fit, so well educated, and she really wanted to pin the ears back and win that race, and she certainly did a good job of it. Pretty well unwanted in market, and just took up that controlling position. She was softened up. I thought Gallinero went race too aggressively, so I'd be forgiving there. Icarian Dream seemed to be struggling all the way, but picked up late there, just lost the speed of the race with the bigger weight. And I think Famoy, well, his run speaks for itself. You know there's going to be a lot of upside moving forward with him going into the future. But too tough, the winner, too speedy, too tough.
Yes, the Playwright, filly by Written By, trained by Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott. Well, what had she shown you coming here today?
She'd shown tremendous improvement throughout the preparation. The improvement we saw from a first trial to a second, I thought was very encouraging. And I thought late in that trial, she just sort of floated around, but every time that they challenged her, she responded. And I think that's exactly what we saw today. She, I guess, sustained a bit of pressure throughout the race, and she kept kicking, and she was there to be beaten, but she kept finding.
Big help for these babies to be up on speed.
Yeah, I think so. And again, that's where it's just starting to fall into place. She's switched on now. She knows what it's all about. She's able to put herself in that position. Relatively easy today, and she was nice and kind throughout the run, and showed good tenacity and a nice turn of foot late.
She'll go to a Magic Millions?
Yeah, most certainly. She'll be amongst the nominations. She's it was a great purchase, astute purchase by James Moss and the team there. It's they've paid for it outright already today.
Yeah, $60,000. What about en route to the Magic Millions?
Yeah, look, there's a couple of races sort of probably end of December that we can look at. There's the Wyong Magic Millions race that may come up a bit quick, but we'll just let her get over today, and then she'll need another run, and we'll make that assessment.
Well done.
Thanks very much.
Adrian Bott, last year their 2-year-old record was exemplary, and they've kicked off this season with another trifecta in the Breeders' Plate and a brilliant win here by the filly, the Playwright, who is a long way away. A long way away. She's over there near the 1,800 metre mark and in no hurry to get back. She's out for a stroll with the clerk of the course. So we'll hear from Regan Bayliss a little bit later, maybe in an hour or so. 9, 1, 5 and 6, 65.25 they've run, 105.25, and they've run home in 35.53. 105.25, 35.53 before we go back to Doomben. and the rest of the preview there. Just let me have a look at that class record for those babies and how that compares. 63-1 on a good 3 for Mosso back in 2005 is the class record. So they've run 65-25. And that is our first. We're underway.
Hold has gone in, so is Renita, and we're set for the highway. Red light flashing. Set. And they're racing now. Caught them okay. Hold goes back. Showing speed from out wide was Ramon. Sir Remlap, one of the favourites. He's in the second half of the field. Settling down. Miss Rebel gets underneath Ramon's. Cambar much closer today. The inside of Spirit Chaser working forward. Love Affairs 50 inside, followed by Climate Control. 2 lengths away on the inside was Woodsy from Bareva. Break of 3 lengths, Sir Remlap. Just niggled at to keep up there at that stage, followed by Airliner. Then Corpsman, Renita and Hold is last, approaching the turn. Miss Rebel comes around the turn, 4.25 to run, leading Ramones and Spirit Chaser. Cambar just behind them, about to ease around heels. Then Love Affair looking for Sir Remlap. He's an absolute mile back. Down the running at the 300. Miss Rebel joined by Spirit Chaser. Cambar's trying to lift. He's picking up strongly now on the outside. Spirit Chaser, Miss Rebel, Cambar. It's Spirit Chaser, the centre with Miss Rebel fighting back. Lifting for Jake Pracey Holmes. Cambar later. It's Miss Rebel. Cambar. They hit it. Cambar might have just got there and nosed Miss Rebel and Spirit Chaser. It's a tight one. As for fourth, you've got Airliner running on at the end, and Climate Control will in fact get fourth. Then Sir Remlap, he was just never in it. Followed by Love Affair. Then came the next home is Hold, followed by Woodsy, Ramones, Ranita, and it's been one of the last to pull up with Bareva. The outside will get it.
Cambar lock him into for the country championships, unbeaten 3 from 3, and he'll get to the 1400 metres at Wagga in February or March. I'll just double check the date of the Wagga Country Championship qualifier, but that's where Gary Colvin is going to head. He's won one before with another one. He's got another likely lad in this 3-year-old colt called Cambar. Timmy Clark driving it to the line, denying Jake Pracey Holmes a Saturday winner in town. Miss Rebel, very gallant, and Spirit Chaser has run third.
Yeah, well, he might have another one here. He might have another one. He's a horse that can go forward from here. I reckon he'd be better left alone. And so Gary's really got something to work with. She was gallant in defeat, Miss Rebel, and Spirit Chaser loomed and looked the winner for a while and ran up to a good first up form.
Okay, we might go and have a chat to Gary Colvin now. We've got a minute before we have to take you to Brisbane. He's got another one. He's got another likely contender. I got a date for you. Yeah. March 1.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, yeah, it looks good, yeah. Though, no, he's hitting the line well, and that you like to see horses hit the line like that. So, yeah, no, I don't know if we'll give another run. We just have to sort of sort things out now, yeah.
Well, that's your juggling act, isn't it? Because you've got to go to 1400 if you were to go to March 1 for that next step.
Yeah, that's right. Could give him a bit of a break and then have a couple of runs before. But yeah, we'll just see what it goes on here. No, he's a nice little horse, and good to see him travel. You know, you bring him down and they've got to get just that travelling, you know, and he done it really well, yeah. So, yeah, good.
And he hits the line, but he can take a position too.
He can, yeah. No, he's a nice little horse. Even you do him, he's just a nice little horse, and, you know, I haven't worried about gelding him because he's just easy to do it with, you know, and he seems to be growing, so I don't know what we're going to do there.
Good luck with him, Gary.
Okay, thanks very much.
All right, he's off to the Wagga Wagga qualifiers. So what does he do? 1400 the qualifying heat on March 1. And he's had 1,000, 1,100, but Gary Colvin will know exactly what to do to get him to the country championships at Wagga Wagga for their $150,000 heat.
Well run, Tim. Well, he's not big in stature, but he's got a big heart. Yeah, no, he's obviously progressing really well. Gary presented him here beautifully today, and very fortunate to be on him. And I think he's a horse that's he's got nice talent. He's going to keep getting better as he does a bit more racing, and who knows? Sure, Gary's got some good plans for him. I think they're thinking country championships, 1400. He's a horse that looks like he just wanted further. Yeah, he'll run 1400. He's got even though he's a colt, he's got a great attitude, rests well. 1400 won't be beyond him.
Well done.
Thank you.
2,000 metres, last one coming in. That's Waverley. He's got a white cap on, and Connections have advised they'll try and ride him a bit closer to the speed this afternoon. Tom cruising, bouncing around in the gates. They're set and they're racing now. And Patrika missed near the inside, actually won the start and bounded out in front. Casual Connection showing a bit of speed. And the favourite, Piraeus, was away well. And he's right on the premises here as they go past the 1,800 metres. It's Patrika Miss Piraeus sorting out the lead from on the outside. Waverley rolling forward. Going with it was Humanity as they just sort their order out. Going to that first turn. Tom Cruising's midfield, the rails. Casual Connections caught 3 wide, followed by So Sleek. Tatoka couldn't use the draw and settles well back. The inside of Son of Deck creeping forward 3 deep. And last was Extreme Freedom. Into the back section of the course they go, and it's the Grey Galloper. Patrika missed. Out in front by 1 length on Waverley closer today. He's parked in second placing. Racing on its own third was Humanity. And Casual Connections having no luck. He's posted 3 wide on a limb. Tom Cruising railing up. Favourite Piraeus midfield just got shuffled back a shade. Is one off the fence. And he's giving the leaders about 4 or 5 lengths. Tatoka to the inside. Back behind those was Son of Deck from So Sleek, and wide and last is Extreme Freedom. So this leader just sneaks away here. Patrika missed, a solo leader. Down to the 750, 2 lengths Waverley, Tom Cruising, Humanity, Casual Connection the outside. Piraeus has to wait for a run. Berry's patient in the centre, just waiting for the gaps to appear. Tatoka the inside coming off the bed. Then Son of Deck as they start to run up to the home turn. 500 metres to run. Patrika missed is going to be the first to see the judge. A move from Humanity, looming 3 wide. Waverley still there, the centre. Then Tom Cruising. Piraeus trying to rev up now, picking his way through the field. Further back then was So Sleek. Tatoka's dropped out. Humanity goes for home. 300 metres to go. He's hit the lead. Trying to come on Waverley. Casual Connections hanging tough. Favourite Piraeus struggling now. 150 metres to go. So Sleek is late on the outside. It's Casual Connection hitting the front from Humanity. So Sleek keeps running on. Casual Connection. G's been tough. He's covered ground all the way and he'll be too good. Casual Connection has won from So Sleek and Humanity. 4th might be Extreme Freedom ahead of Son of Deck, Waverley. Gee, some of these favourites disappointed. Piraeus, he didn't let down at all in the ground. I don't think we'll see him on a soft track again. Then Tatoka followed by Patrika Mist, and Tom Cruising, he's run last.
Casual Connection, horse who ran in the Brisbane Cup back in June over 3,200 metres. Coming back in trip today from the 1.5 to the 2,000 and winning a Midway. Number 2, Casual Connection. McAvoy riding for John Sargent. Kerrin McAvoy, John Sargent. Casual Connection is first. So Sleek, 1 more bound, maybe 2 more bounds. He was coming quick. And Humanity in 3rd spot, so it'll be 2, 8 and 6.
Yeah, he found his right race. He was unfancied, $18, $20 on the tote, but he was just with the 1.5 run. He just had too much energy for them. He was kept grinding away. Humanity loomed up and just couldn't hold on. So Sleek was good late, appreciating the softer track. The favourites disappointed. So yeah, I don't know where we are with this race, but he was Johnny on the spot today. Casual Connection.
Good tough run by Casual Connection to win the Midway. No time posted there that I can see. Numbers are up though, 2, 8, 6 and 5. It wasn't easy early in that race, getting caught.
No, I'd said a few deletive words against the jockey when he was caught 3 wide, but he had the horse balanced obviously, and then he finally got in with cover 3 wide.
And outstayed them.
Yeah, that's right, and this is a perfect track for him. He's run a bit better than his last couple of runs look. And I thought he was at false odds actually today because he likes to cut out of the track, and this is his type of go. So it's good to see him back in form, and hopefully he'll go on from this.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Well done, Mac. It helps when you've got a really fit horse coming back in the trip.
Yeah, that's right. Sarge said he'd been happy with him, and I hadn't had a ride on him, but he was back in trip today. And Sarge's final words were he'll love the ground, so didn't have a lot of luck in terms of slotting in. Everywhere I sort of went to get him behind, I couldn't. So he toughed it out well, the horse, because we were wide and got a little bit of cover when Timmy sort of rolled forward on his horse, and
he picked up underneath me and he really enjoyed himself in that ground. Yeah.
Is it testing out there? Will a few horses really feel it?
I think so. You know, especially once you go out in distance a little bit, it's testing ground. So, you know, just hope that we don't get any more rain, and then it's just going to hold together and be nice and fair. You know, damp ground, but we'll wait and see what happens, Shani.
Well done.
Thanks, Steph.
Red light activated. Stand by for a start. They're ready. And they're off and racing now. Melody again, as is her usual pattern. She drops out last. Redbreast broke nicely. Driftnet gets underneath of her. And the two favoured runners will sort the lead out here. Terra Star, She's Unusual, moving up the outside, followed by Pretty Tarvi on the rails. A length and a half to Land Win, just being restrained there. Being asked to switch off by the jockey on the inside of its stablemate Autumn Nation. Pippi Beach, Callistamon, the next pair, followed by Melody again, which is last. Redbreast kept going. Clark wanted the top, and he got it here. Redbreast leads by a length and a half on Driftnet. She's Unusual, having no luck, 3 wide. Around the outside of Terra Star, and railing up was Pretty Tarvi as they pack up in midfield here, and Melody again got pulling. She's out 4 deep on the outside, striding forward around Callistamon, Land Win, Autumn Nation, and last of all as they turn was Pippi Beach. It's Redbreast. She got a nice breather mid-race there. 4:25 to go, leads by 1 on Driftnet, held together. She's Unusual, Pretty Tarvi, Terra Star back behind them, then Land Win. Halfway down the running, it's Driftnet looming up on the outside of Redbreast. Driftnet goes for home and she surges clear of Redbreast. Boxing on Terra Star, Pippi Beach from the back, then She's Unusual, 100 metres to go. Driftnet wandering around, Redbreast is fighting back, Driftnet in front, Redbreast is lifting big time, off the canvas. Redbreast has fought back and won. Somehow, what price was it at the 100? I think Terra Star's run second in front of Driftnet. Well, how didn't it win? Behind those was Pippi Beach, followed by Pretty Tarvi. Then came Land Win, Callistamon, She's Unusual, Autumn Nation, and Clark. He'd win on a broomstick at the moment.
Well, let's watch that again. Let's just see what happened there with Redbreast. Must say one thing about Adrian Bott. In pre-race interviews, he gets it right. He told us they were excellent trials. And this horse has fought back to win after looking beaten. 6 is going to run second. Terra Star and Driftnet, who just cruised up to them, said to Shani, you should have made it the pick of the yard. That was about the 200. She said, you can't make it the pick of the yard. It sweats too much. Anyway, it's run third. Redbreast. Adrian got it right.
How did that happen? It was gone and out on its feet. It was first up. You'd think, it's cruised up here, Driftnet. But that's a big win. I have to go to OPSM and get some new glasses after watching those trials. But anyway, she's got a motor and she's got heart because she was out. She was out on her feet there with 200 metres to go and pulls away there at the finish. Amazing. Terra Star kept up that consistency from last time. Driftnet, we all saw what happened there, and Pippi Beach ridden back, ran on okay, doing her thing as she usually does. But all honours the winner.
Okay, numbers are 9, 6, 11 and 5. They've won 124, 6, 35, 49. Well done, Adrian. Well, you told us before the race how well Redbreast was going. You got it right, but I don't think you expected to win like that.
No, certainly. Look, obviously a few areas of concern there. She just looked at that little bit one pace there at the top of the straight. Knew she'd be strong and that should stick on well. I was thinking that next couple of runs will be better when we can get her out and trip, but really encouraged to see her pick herself up and fight as well as she did there.
Maybe that third trial was vital going into it.
Yeah, look, no doubt. Sort of having that extra grounding coming here today on potentially testing conditions and just the style of horse that she is. She can be a little bit strong within herself, the racing pattern that she likes to have. So she does need to be pretty forward and pretty fit when she goes to the races. Otherwise, she makes herself honourable.
Good job.
Thanks very much.
Well done, Tim. It's not very often when you get a horse that kicks 2 lengths clear and you're able to run it down, but those 3 trials kicked in.
Yeah, that's right. Her trials have probably haven't looked as good this prep, obviously, but she's just so much more relaxed this time, and I've probably been a little bit I haven't wanted to really start her up and and sort of get her back to her old habits. So they've put so much work into getting her to settle. So just sort of been leaving her alone. But she's come back great. She looks fantastic today. I felt that maybe I went a bit too slow on her, and it allowed Driftnet to sort of dash past me. But then, I think this mare will end up getting out over 2,000, and I think that stamina kicked in late.
Did you ever feel confident?
When Tommy went straight past me, I wasn't. But then she was just slowly chipping back into the margin, and inside the 100, I become very confident that she's going to be able to come back and win.
Well done.
Thank you.
He renews the association with Harlow Mist, and that leaves Tim Clark to pick up the ride on Bullet's High. They're the top two in betting. Here's Luke for race 5.
Lee here at Rosehill for the first time today. They're off and racing now. And Bullet's High bounded out okay near the inside. Morning Sun, Go Troppo, Zuatica, Jamboree all the way well. And Soldier of Rome's going to march forward as well. There's a wall of about 4 or 5 runners here, with Zuatica now breaking out of the pack. And Zuatica surges to the front into the back straight. Leads here by 3/4. Soldier of Rome, Jamboree getting in. Behind those Go Troppo, and Zafod goes forward as well. Back behind those Harlow Mist. Settling just forward of midfield, one off the fence from Morning Sun, Hurricane, Bullet's High, Ring Me Up for Victory, Naval Commission. Behind those then was Bakerloo on the rails, and one away last of all was First Innings. Zuatica shows the way. He runs down the back section of the course, and he leads at the 1100 metres by 3/4 of a length on Soldier of Rome. Go Troppo's third, the inside, followed by Jamboree. Zafod is outside of those. On the fence, Morning Sun. Hurricane is 3 wide with cover. Then came Harlow Mist. Ring Me Up the inside, followed by 4 Victory. Bullet's High's got the back of Harlow Mist as they continue down the side now, followed by Bakerloo, Naval Commission. And last was First Innings. Up before the home turn, 550 metres to run. Zuatica held together. Leads narrowly Soldier of Rome. Jamboree pops out 3 wide. Go Troppo waits. Morning Sun, Ring Me Up saves ground. Wider on the track, 4 Victory. Harlow Mist. Bullet's Eye still well back, and Clark's trying to thread him through between horses, going back near the inside. Ring Me Up's got a rails run here and shoots through to join Zafod. 4 Victory out wide. Jamboree. It's Ring Me Up, 75 to go. Zafod, 4 Victory. Ring Me Up the inside, just in front from Zafod. It's Ring Me Up near home, and here's the first of many for now senior jockey Zach Lloyd. It is Ring Me Up to win from a wall of horses. Zafod, Hurricane flew back near the inside, Bullet's High, and then 4 Victory. Behind those was Soldier of Rome from the next in Morning Sun, Naval Commission, Bakerloo, Go Troppo, Harlow Mist disappointed today, Getting Tired, Zuatica, and First Innings.
Yes, he's all grown up now. Zach Lloyd, a fully fledged rider, back today after a suspension. He left as an apprentice. He comes back as a fully fledged rider, and he gets home Ring Me Up for Chris Waller in the Cerise. Zafod is there. It's Hurricane joining in out wide. It'll be Zafod second, Hurricane third, and then either Bullet's High or 4 Victory there. Bullet's High closer to the inside. So well done, Zach. Number 17, Ring Me Up.
Yeah, Zach's a big-time performer, and you'll still get a thrill out of that, being a fully fledged jockey and on the first day and riding a winner. So she's obviously a better mare this preparation, because, look, she went to Brisbane after failing at Kembla Grange back in April, I think it was, this year, and she resumed, and Chris has the foresight to bring them to Sydney and get a result straight away for the bigger prize money, and she was too good. Encouraging return from Zafod. Hurricane run his races in patches, but he run really, really well. And, yeah, 4 Victory did his thing running on. And might be ready to bob up again. He just had to duck back to the inside there, Bullet's High, but hardly. That's where the winner come as well. So no excuses for him whatsoever.
There should be no real difference for Zach Lloyd. He's been riding without a claim for a long time. He's still got his father Jeff in his corner. Beedman's there for advice. He's on his way, and what he's going to try and do is hold on to that apprentice's title, because he can't add to that with numbers, but he can win it for the 3rd time in a row if the other apprentices fail to catch Zach Lloyd. So he must have been going well enough for you to bring him back down from Brisbane?
Yeah. Her first up win was good. She finished off strong, fresh up. And we thought enough of her to think that she could be like a Queens and Oaks filly, and she didn't end up getting there. But she's a promising horse it's improved with time.
Yep, and second up at 1800, so another step up in trip.
Yeah, that was a big part of probably getting a bit more improvement out of her, and she'll get to 2,000 metres no problem. And it's the right time of the year for horses like this, win some good prize money.
Well done.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
Well done, Zach. And it's only a benchmark 78, but a special win because your first win as a senior jockey.
Yeah, it is. To do it in these colours and for Mr. Waller's very, very pleasing, and lovely win by the filly today. She good training effort to get a stayer to win first up, and then to keep its form going into second up. It's full credit to the team.
How was she behind the gates? Because she was an absolute mess here in the yard. She was sweating profusely. Is that just her makeup, do you think?
Yeah, I asked this Mr. Waller and the Strappers, so I also seen she was a bit hot, and they said that's just her. So I tried to keep her as calm as possible. I just kept her away from the horses and the barriers, and she's absolutely pleasant to ride. And once the race is flowing, she relaxed lovely, and I felt really good a long way out. She was really travelling, and she quickened nice underneath them.
Well done, Zach.
Thank you.
Here's one of his coming up, Marinaro. Luke Marlowe with the call of the Country Classic.
Starters on his stand. The red light is on for the Country Classic. We run for tab here, and we run right now. They're off and racing and bounding out well. King Kickout near the inside. Also Point Counterpoint and Tokyo Run were well away. Where's Belvedere Boys? He's about in midfield as they settle down at the 1800 metres. Point Counterpoint looking for the top. Tokyo Run follows him over. Just behind those King Kickout. Persian Dancer looking for a spot around Knight's Armour. Then Belvedere Boys, he's about 6th or 7th at the mile, inside of Mars a bit improving. Then Blue Guitar on the outside, being followed by Better Explain. Marinaro, Phase Angels, Air Jordan getting back. So too is Ringahoy around the outside of Don Stefano. And 2 lengths Lockdown Gamble is last of all. Down the back straight, Point Counterpoint, the pilot slows down. And here comes Blue Guitar. Blue Guitar surging around the outside and going up 3 deep on the track to inject some speed here. Tokyo Run is third, and Marzabit's going as well. So few moves here down the back straight. Persian Dancer now 5th, followed by King Kickout. Then came the well-spec Knight's Armour. He's just forward of midfield as they quicken right up now. Back behind those was Marinaro. He's around the favourite Belvedere Boys. He's midfield, about 8 or 9 lengths off the lead. Then King Kickout, followed by Better Explain on the inside. Phase Angels between runners. Air Jordan, Don Stefano and Lockdown Gamble is last of all. They're coming up towards the home turn. Point Counterpoint had to absorb a bit of pressure. 5.50 to go. Half a length in front of Blue Guitar, Mars a bit. Persian Dancer, Tokyo Run, King Kickout. Knight's Armour's getting to the outside, and Belvedere Boys is trying to keep him in a pocket. They brushed there on straightening in the Country Classic. Looming is Mars a bit. 3.50 to go. He's hit the lead. Mars a bit boots away. Belvedere Boys is coming to get him. Then Point Counterpoint, Persian Dancer. Knight's Armour can't go on at the 150. Here comes the boy. Belvedere Boys is looming, and he went straight past Mars a bit. Belvedere Boys is showing his class, running the 2000 and winning easily. Belvedere Boys beats Mars a bit. Air Jordan got home and ran third at a price. Knight's Armour's run 4th. Then Phase Angel, Lockdown Gamble, followed by the next in Better Explain, Point Counterpoint, Persian Dancer, King Kickout, then Marinaro, Don Stefano, Tokyo Run, Blue Guitar and King Kickout.
You can train him like a stayer now, Matty Dunn, and he can go on with it from there. We're going to go to Brisbane. 6 Belvedere Boys wins the Country Classic over Mars a bit and Air Jordan. Sadie Smith. Belvedere Boys, now that the stable can train him like a stayer, I think you can have a lot of fun.
Oh, definitely. It was a beautiful race. The plan this prep has to been, steadily build up in distance, and he ran absolutely outstandingly. Was drawn a really nice gate, and we wanted to use that to our advantage, not give him too much work to do, and he had a nice soft run throughout the race. Kind of copped a little bit either side, come around the bend, and then flew home. Yeah, really, really good.
Bit of jockeying there as Nash tried to just get his horse into the clear because he knew what he had under him.
Oh, definitely, yeah. It was just a bit of a fight. There was one on the outside. It was kind of holding him in a little bit, and it was just a good horse, yeah.
Well, he's really stepped it up today. interested to see now what Matt does with him and where he goes to.
Yeah, I mean, I think the plan is Magic Millions. We'll just see how he does after today. But he's such a versatile horse. He can run over all types of distances and all types of tracks, which is just, quite unheard of. So he really is an outstanding horse.
Well done.
Thank you.
Good on you, Sadie.
Well done, Ash. Well, when Matt sets them for a race, he usually gets it pretty spot on.
Yeah, you need a lot of confidence. I suppose even I know there was a bit of money early in the week for him, and gives you a lot of confidence coming out of that stable. They're always pretty spot on.
2000 first time, but he looks like he could run further.
Yeah, look, he gave me a lovely ride. I got a bit concerned there just after the 1,000. They hit a patch just on the point of the bend there, on the far bend, and just completely lost his rhythm and his action for about 5 or 6 strides. It's just a real bad patch of the track, but what you've got to love about him is once he got through that and come out the other side at the half mile there, he was straight on the bit and felt like the winner again. So a lot of horses enough to put up the white flag at that point, because it's they lose all confidence, but he's got a bit of a motor and a bit of heart.
Well done.
Thank you.
Started just holding them. Now we get the signal from behind. Red light is still flashing. They're off this time. Tri-State won the start from barrier 1. Perez beyond midfield. He settles back. It's Tri-State joined out wide by Eagle Nest. Our Kobe Sun's right there in flight, dropping in for a trail 4th. Back behind those, Abalor, the outside of Perez, Contemporary, Jetabil. And last was Cabalas. Eagle Nest found the lead. Turning to the 750, our Kobe Sun's going keenly. He's up outside the lead in second placing. Then Tri-State, Abalor, they're nicely tight and compact here. In flight, the centre's running about 5th on the turn, followed by Perez being ridden for luck. Then Contemporary, Jetabil and Cabalas rounding the home turn, 400 metres out. Eagle Nest held together. Our Kobe Sun's looming. In flight's wider out. Perez back to the inside. He's darting through and picking up. And Cabalas is hard fence down the outside. Jetabil sprinting. 200 out. Eagle Nest led our Kobe Sun. Jetabil in flight trying hard. Perez back behind them. Still Eagle Nest. Tri-State getting a second win. Perez, our Kobe Sun. They all chase, but they chase in vain. Eagle Nest is too good. Wins from a photo. Our Kobe Sun prominent for second. And as for third, Tri-State kept fighting. In flight is there, and so's Perez the inside. Then Contemporary. Jetabil wide out. His run was short-lived, but I'm tipping the leader's got it pretty cheap there. Then came Cabalas and Abalor.
Yeah, leaders kept going. Eagle Nest still beat our Kobe Sun, and we'll wait for the other numbers. Eagle Nest, Tom Sherry and Gerald Ryan, Sterling Alexio, second up today, wins and just keeps going. Keeps going. We'll wait for the judge to line them up. There's Tri-State's nose. Our Kobe Sun just getting to the picture now. Photo will be next. We'll just confirm these numbers. Yep, our Kobe Sun second, Tri-State third, then in flight, then Perez, then Contemporary, Cabalas, and Jedi Beale. Looked like it was going to sprint into it, Jedi Beale, and it's finished back there. What do you make of that, Ronnie?
Yeah, well, it's typical when we learn. Once they get a rest in these 1100s at some stage of the race, you've got to go 100 mile an hour from the back markers to be any chance at this track and distance. And they got their rest for 200 metres. They had a big anchor drop there after 300 or 400 metres. They got their rest. They're on their bike again. And those horses that were cruising into it, they thought they were cruising into it, but the other horses had a big kick, and they're all the on-pace horses that were sitting pretty well 1, 2, 3, 4. So good effort. She's done a good job. Second up, owned the race. Too good. Our Kobe Sun overdid it a bit and ran a really good race first up there. And Tri-State maybe shouldn't have handed up that so quickly early, being such a fit horse he is, but he toughed it out nicely at the finish. But he seized the opportunity there, Tommy Sherry, and he got the result.
Here's Gerald Ryan. What did you think coming today at the proposition of a wet track?
As long as it didn't get any worse than what it was. Right. Just the toe in the ground she likes. If it gets any heavier, she doesn't. But no, it was the race we set her for when she went out in the spring, in the winter. She ran at the Gay Waterhouse up there. That was the race I said to John and George Moore and Newgate, and that they brought into her at Easter time, and I thought that if she's going to win a stakes race, that'd be the race she'd win, and she achieved it, yeah.
Okay. So second up today, 1100. Those backmarkers they couldn't get in it. They couldn't get near you.
Yeah, well, I said to Sterling this morning, if I got this all wrong, no one seemed to be giving her a chance, and she ran really well against those horses first up on Melbourne Cup Day, and also her second up stats are very good, and Tommy had a ride on it, and when he rode her Melbourne Cup Day, he thought he went too slow on her, and she couldn't quicken, where today, now he's had a ride on her and knew how to ride her and rode her good, and it's good. It's great for John and George. They're good pickers of horses. We've got half a dozen babies for them, and they sell them off, so John's had a lot of faith in this filly all the way along, ever since when I first got it, after she'd had a couple of starts, and he always said she'd win a stakes race, and Jay Moore's been proven right again.
Well done.
Thanks mate.
Yep, the Starlight Stakes at listed level, a black type winner now. Eagle Nest, and here's Tommy Sherry, who was the postilion.
Well, the riding was on the board with the first up run, and Gerald was just saying that you had a ride on her and you knew how to ride her, and gee, she was good today.
Yeah, super. When I rode her first up, I came back in and thought maybe I went too slow, because she never gave up, and I just thought if I went a bit quicker I would have strung them out a bit, and she's very tough and honest, which is probably what I sort of made more use of today. Her natural speed, she travelled well. I think it's from like the 400 when she quickens, she just puts a bit of a margin on them, and she maintains that sprint to the line, so she's a quality filly.
Did you think she was the forgotten one coming into today? Yeah,
definitely, especially her second up record is brilliant. I knew after riding her first up that she'd improve, and as I said, I think she's got a bit of the X factor about her.
Good job.
Cheers.
Okay, that was the Starlight. The Festival Stakes is next.
Stand by for action. Appears as though they're set. And the gates open. They're off and racing now, and Private Eye from out wide actually bounded out one of the best. Uzziah showing a bit of speed, and Private Eye's right up on the speed. So Nash has woken him up here. He's on the pace with So United. Also handy was Mighty Ulysses. Back on the inside was Super Helpful as they sort out their order through the first couple of 100 metres. On settling, Uzziah's 1 length in front of Private Eye. Mighty Ulysses, So United, Super Helpful. Robusto next, 3 wide around Kintyre, Huya Mal, followed by King of the Castle, Zadaki, Chrysaor, Coast Watch, So Dazzling, St Lawrence back near the end, and Tannhauser is last of all. Uzziah led the way, half a length on Private Eye. One away third, the inside was Mighty Ulysses. Back behind those horses, So United, 4th, 1 out and 1 back. Then Robusto, Kintyre, Super Helpful the inside. Then came Zadaki, Huya Mel's midfield, King of the Castle off the bridle, followed by So United, Coast Watch, Chrysaor, St Lawrence with it all to do. He's second last turning, and Tannhauser is last into the straight. Uzziah led, Mighty Ulysses up on the inside, Private Eye still there. He's looming up on the outside, and Robusto lets down. So too does Zadaki, back behind them Kintyre, but Private Eye's hit the lead. 200 metres to go. He leads Robusto. Zadaki, Coast Watch, back behind them Mighty Ulysses, but with 100 metres left to go, the band is back together. Nash and Private Eye, and he gets the absolute best out of him. Oh, there's more wins in store yet for Private Eye. He wins brilliantly from Robusto. Third on the outside might be Zadaki. Mighty Ulysses. Back behind those was Coast Watch. Then came Kintyre from Huya Mal, So Dazzling. Then Super Helpful Uzziah, So United, Tannhauser, Coast Watch, Chrysaor, and St Lawrence has put in a shocker, but how good was that? Nash and Private Eye.
Yes, the smile's just getting wider on Joe Pride's face. I watched him walk out of the glass doors, out into the open. The smile got bigger and bigger. That must give him so much satisfaction. Well, was it Nash or was it something else? There's Private Eye, winless for 440 days. A 3-time Everest runner, a 2-time Everest place getter. And Joe went back to the drawing board. But maybe, just maybe, he pulled Nash out of the hat.
Unbelievable. A match made in heaven. to think he could sit outside the lead after where he was at Newcastle. Nash just give him a dig. He knew he meant business today. Not just Nash, I think Private Eye, once he got that dig in the ribs, he says, what's happening to me here? And he switched on and he raced away. So he's right in play, back in play. He's got to get a bit of weight, but the Ingham's right on the schedule there. Robusto done a great job for the new stable. Zadaki run to market expectations. Mighty Ulysses battled on well.
Okay, we'll take you to Brisbane, and when we come back, we'll bring you Joe Pride. I'll try and catch up with Jamie Walter and some of the owners, and we'll also hear from Nash Rawiller, because this is the story of the day. Private Eye's back into the winners list, and he's back over a distance today, having been trained as a sprinter for the last 3 years. Here he comes, Private Eye, the 7-year-old, back to the winners list. Joe Pride, I'll ask you the same question I asked you pre-race. Where's he at?
No, look, I mean, that's great to see him do that. And the best version of this horse in the last few years has been when he showed speed, and he just hasn't shown any preparation, and he hasn't been in the hunt. And I know that's further today, but I don't know. If you look at the breakdown of the sectionals in the first half of the race, he's going a hell of a lot quicker than what he was going at Newcastle.
Newcastle, he showed no interest.
He just showed no interest, and a big and full credit to Michelle Reid. She rides him every day, and she's put a lot of work into this horse. And she, along with me, we've been scratching our head about what to do with him, and resorted to putting him over jumps and done a few different things. And fantastic. Great to see him do that again. He's been a marvellous horse to the stable. It's a long way from the best race he's ever won, but it was very satisfying.
Nash is a big factor. Waking horses up.
Yeah, look, I mean, Nash has sort of come out there with a point to prove today, and he certainly did that. And unless he's got something already booked for the Ingham, he'll take his place on him there.
Was retirement on the cards at any stage?
It certainly was, but the trouble I had with retirement, and I've had a lot of good old horses, is I generally know when they need to be retired. I see signs in them. I never saw that in this horse. He's never looked fatigued after a run. He keeps coming through the runs really well. And I just figured it was just getting him into the right race, right set of conditions on the day. I mean, the start of the preparation, if you said, is he going to put his best run in on a wet track? I'd say no chance, because he hasn't done that for a few years. So, go figure.
So 1,500 wet track.
Oh, look, I think I've got a good handle on my horse. Got a small team. This horse has had me scratching my head his whole career. He's been an amazing horse, and we're very privileged to have a horse like him. He's by Omaha. He's done his job 10 times over, and just good to see him win again.
So he goes and wins the Ingham, and we might see him in a Doncaster in the autumn.
Yeah, look, who knows? I mean, what's turned me off the autumn the last few years is he keeps hitting wet tracks and he doesn't like them, and he's on one today. So you tell
Never
me.
give up, Joe.
You tell me. Yeah, no worries. Thank you.
Well done, Nash. That must have been a very satisfying win.
Oh, just great to be back on him. I mean, thanks to Jay for getting him fit over the last 12 months with a distance that doesn't suit him. So, today 1,500, it's not really his style of track, but he gained confidence in the run there. We were able to sort of dictate our own line, which is pretty wide on the track, and cut the corner back into the place where they've all been getting away from all day. And he put in one bad footing, a bit of footing at about the 250, which concerned me, but he quickly picked himself up and put him to the sword.
Is that your plan, to bang him out and put him up there?
I gave him a good reminder of what he's here for today, going to the gates, and I thought I needed him to travel wherever that may be, and because this ground's, if you're flopping along, you sort of, like I said in the previous interview, you beat at the half mile when they hit that patch. So look, we were able to avoid that and travel strong, and he was full of run and turn and phone.
Retirement was on the cards, but not now.
Nah, look, to be fair to him too, like, I remember riding him at Flemington over 2,000 thinking he'd win a Group 1, so that was Champions Day. So, there's been a lot of water passed under the bridge. He's been a terrific old horse, and it's strong in the way.
Well done.
Townsend favourite. He's rock solid here late. $2.80 now as the red light's turned on. Stand by for a start. Townsend drawn a middle stall. They're off and racing now, and he's missed it, has he? Yep, Townsend's bombed the start here. He's back last, so expected him to be in the first four. He is near the end of the field. Skylab raced out well, showing speed as Dionysus, and up on the outside was Spirit Ridge as they get going. Stockman's not too far away. Then State of America, followed by Goldman back on the inside. So taking stock at the mile. Rolling forward and taking the lead is the Warhorse Spirit Ridge. He finds the top from Floating. Skylab, Dionysus. Next group of runners include Converge around Stockman. The inside was Goldman. They were followed by State of America. Midfield around Jimi Hendrix. He's a shocker. Townsend, after missing the start, is third last from Hopeful. And King Frankel sees them all. Down the back straight they go. Spirit Ridge led by 3/4 on Floating. One away third, the inside was Skylab and then Converge. Next in the centre was Dionysus, followed by Goldman, centre field. The two men together. Stockman's on his outside. Behind those was State of America, Jimi Hendrix. Then He's a Shocker, just throwing the head around for a stride or two. Townsend's back on the inside. Berry's had to go to Plan Z here. He's third last on the inside, followed by Hopeful. And at the end of the field was King Frankel. They're working to the side. Spirit Ridge, he's stacked them up here mid-stages. Got a nice time of it. Round the outside comes Stockman, now looming up. Floating still there in the middle. Then Converge, Skylab, State of America tracking up nicely. Then Dionysus. Townsend being ridden for luck back near the inside to the turn. 400 metres out. Floating is travelling on the outside here. Floating moves to the lead. He boots away. Floating puts up 2 or 3 lengths. He sprinted right away. Converges coming out of the pack. Then Stockman and Townsend. State of America's a bit one pace from He's a Shocker. Floating 150 to go. There's one danger only. It's Converge. But Floating's going well. In fact, there's no danger. 100 metres to go. It's all Floating. And Floating's going to destroy them here in the ATC Cup. Beat Converge. Townsend was good considering circumstances. Slow start costly. Then Skylab fourth, followed by State of America. He's a Shocker. King Frankel, Stockman. Back behind those horses when they pull up was Hopeful, Jimi Hendrix and Dionysus.
Floating, the grey on a wet day, has bolted in. Number 15 Floating, Molly Burke, another Saturday winner for Molly. Matthew Smith, the winning trainer, has won and beaten Converge. I want to go back and show you the start of Townsend and what may have happened to him. He was on the back foot from the start. But it's all Floating. Molly Burke, the smiles have already started as they hit the line.
And so they should, That's her first, I think it might be her first stakes win.
It is, Ronnie.
Yeah, so that'll bring that might even be a tear to the eye, not a smile. That was, who would have thought, after 200 metres, after watching Newcastle, Floating was 15 lengths or something behind Townsend the other day, and Townsend 15 lengths behind Floating today after that slow start. But she owned the moment, she got a clean start, she had confidence to put him in the right spot. A very fit horse, loves the sting out of the line, and you would have thought a sitting shot late? No. He just raced away and just loved that jar out of the track today. Converge, well, the market suggested he improved today, and, well, what do you say? It's a total forgive for the favourite, considering circumstances. We might just get a look at the start here.
Yeah.
What happens?
Yeah, barrier 5, Ronnie.
Yeah, it was just, he just come out awkward. It was just he didn't rear or he did nothing happen there. He just come out and didn't jump cleanly. It's as simple as that. He sort of half bunny hopped and then State of America jumped inwards and shut the gap straight away.
Yeah, we can't show you a side on either because that's the 2,000 metre start, so I don't know whether we've got a side on shot to show you how far he actually missed it by, because it's in such an awkward spot, that 2,000 metre start. Now here's Matt Smith with Floating, who has absolutely bolted him.
Yeah, I like to see him win like that occasionally. Yeah. Very good. No, very good. Good. Molly summed it up. He generally doesn't jump that well, but he jumped good today, so she took the race up and he settled beautifully.
And he has been going so well.
He has, yeah. He's been a bit unlucky and he's been racing very well, so we always would like to have got him up in a handy spot, but it was good to see him relax today and he was travelling on the turn, wasn't he?
Do you keep him going? That's a bit of a grand final, but he's going so well.
We'll go 2 weeks to the 2,400 metre race and then we'll see what we've got there.
Well done.
Thank you.
Good on you, Matthew Smith. Now, where is she, Shan?
She hasn't unsaddled. She's not even off yet, so give me about a minute or so.
Her first stakes win. She gets excited and enjoys every single moment of winning a race anywhere, but to win a black type race today, her first, is a big moment in Molly Burke's career. She's one of the apprentices who are going to be out and chasing Zach Lloyd, who leads the apprentices title as we head towards Christmas. You know, good 6-7 months to go before the end of the season. But they're all chasing Zach, who can't improve on his apprentices win record, but she can. And what a moment for her. Molly Burke, first stakes win. Here she is.
How good, Molly? How exciting.
Yeah, very exciting. Look, I'm so grateful for Matt and all the owners to have the faith to put an apprentice on in a race like this. It was just amazing to even have the opportunity let out and come out and do the result for them. It was just amazing.
I know you rode him last start, but there was something about him today. He was on song, wasn't he?
Oh, he definitely was, and he was just a bit up and about today, and I just thought, probably wasn't the plan to sit outside the leader, but he jumped so well from that awkward gate, and I just knew the whole race. Every time something put a bit of pressure on him, I had a handful of horse under me, and he loved the conditions out there.
He must have been laughing throughout.
Yeah, he was so good. Look, I just appreciate it so much.
Enjoy it and keep it up.
Thank you. Thanks.
15, 6, 14 and 4, 25.81, 35.13. And as happy as anyone on this course, apart from Molly, is John Sargent and his stable, who have come over to congratulate Molly, a hard worker for the stable and apprentice to John Sargent. All smiles yet again. That is the second last one to go.
They're set. Ready. Racing now. Jewelry last out of the stalls. Cote was the first to go. Passagiata's going quickly. Confess Our Dreams is up there as well. So too is Port Albert when they hit the ground. Iron Man just off those. Then Flying Destiny, centre field the rails, followed by She's All Shenanigans. Then Raikoki getting back with Jewelry and Eye of the Fire deep on the outside. Passagiata sped clear to the 600 metres. She's 2 lengths in front of Cote. Third the inside was Port Albert. Confess Our Dreams is getting a beautiful trail. She's fourth and all coiled up, ready to rip and tear on the turn. Behind those Flying Destiny, then Iron Man, Eye of the Fire, Jewelry going back between runners. They're early in the straight. Passagiata, Flying Destiny, Cote running a cheeky race. Through the centre goes Port Albert. Confess Our Dreams, Eye of the Fire. Iron Man's running on. Jewelry's held up, can't get a crack at them. Flying Destiny darts through near the inside. Eye of the Fire out wide is charging. It's Flying Destiny joined by Eye of the Fire. Eye of the Fire's coming over the top. Eye of the Fire wins from Flying Destiny. Photo third. Give it to Iron Man just ahead of She's All Shenanigans. Jewelry should have finished closer. Behind those was Port Albert. Confess Our Dreams had a chance. Then Cote, Raikoki, and the early leader Passagiata. She's dropped out.
Confident go to land the last. Eye of the Fire. Got back out again late. Just looking at the flux, it was 460 into 4. Got back out to 460 late. Brad, they were just kept coming for the others, did they? They kept coming for Jewelry. And Eye of the Fire got out late. 420 and 170 on the tote. Gets up to beat Flying Destiny, who gave some cheek. And then Iron Man's going to be third. And fourth home will be She's All Shenanigans.
Yeah, it was a good go, wasn't it? Yeah, from Eye of the Fire was $4.20 there on the toes. So they didn't want anything to do with Confess Our Dreams, and she's run accordingly, Duff.
Yeah, she cruised up there, and you would have thought, oh, she's been in the stalking position the whole way, but the market got it right. And I tell you what, this horse might be all right. His form was on the board last preparation. You didn't think, well, he's Saturday standard yet, but he was good at Canterbury and even better today. So second racing prep, he's come back really well and gone bang, bang. So there might be some charging through the grades to do with him while we're in these winter months and on wet summer months, and he's certainly a horse to follow. There's no doubt about it. Good first up run from Flying Destiny. Iron Man darted through, and the Melbourne Visitor went really well there. Shenanigans, and Jewelry. Well, it has to be a forgive after a slow start. But all honours the winner to come from last here and do that. Terrific.
15, 6, 7 and 11, 1:05.04 the race time, 35.6 the last 600. Let's just stand out in the rain that never really came today, but it is sprinkling for the last. Now, Eye of the Fire, what do you make of this 4-year-old?
That's certainly his biggest test to date, and didn't all go his way through the first half, but Jason stayed calm and gave him sort of a lovely passage, albeit a little bit wide, and just love the way he finished off. He's got such a good turn of foot when he gets that first part of the race right, so he's exciting, he's improving all the time, and see where we go from here, but I suspect we'll just trying to keep taking through the grades.
Yeah, but he's on his way.
He is, yeah. That was a really big step up for him today to show that he's up to this sort of grade at Saturday level. It's not easy, and yeah, he's still doing a bit wrong, so hopefully there's a bit more improvement to come.
Congratulations on the Group 1 last week too.
Yeah, thank you. That was a massive thrill. I can't really believe I'm standing here and we've managed to win a couple, but yeah, that's all down to Annabelle. She's set up a great sort of structure and business, and just very happy to be part of it.
Did I read that he might be coming back for the Ingham Port Lockroy?
Yeah, he is. So he's come back. He had to go to Melbourne. That's the way the flight comes home. So he's back there now, and he'll travel up early next week, and we'll set him for the Ingham.
Gee, it's going to be exciting 12 months with that horse.
Yeah, he's a horse on the up. He's just sort of been promising to deliver in a race like that, and it all went his way on over there in Perth, and full credit to the horse. He's on the up.
Good job.
Thank you.
Well done. Rob Archibald training in partnership with Annabelle Neesham. Jason Collett, he rides the last winner, and Shani's about to talk to him and wrap things up.
But on Jace, you aboard him last start. He just continues to improve.
He is, yeah. Didn't really go to plan today. He was quite difficult. He got on the outside of horses, and probably raced closer to 4 wide than 3 wide most of the way, no cover, and with me sort of fighting against him, so that's a pretty good effort by him.
Can he continue and improve once he sorts out his manners?
Definitely. I think that just showed the ability he has, but yeah, just need to try to get the manners a bit more in check.
Well done.
Thanks.
And that's Rosehill on a day where the rain never came. It just spat a little bit and teased us, but we certainly didn't get anywhere near the amount of rain that was predicted. There's either Fire winning the last 420 and 170 being Flight and Destiny, Ironman, and She's All Shenanigans. And that brings a wrap up to Rosehill. We'll be back here next Saturday for another Rosehill before we head back to Randwick for a string of meetings over these summer months.